Right on time. Excellent. It's been exactly 12 hours since we administered the drug. I trust your dreams were pleasant, Big Boss.
What are you talking about?
Oh, please drop the act. I know all about you, boss. Or would you prefer I called you Naked Snake?
Sounds like you've got the right guy. Who are you?
My name is Lieutenant Cunningham. Until 4 weeks ago, I was with the CIA.
Cunningham? Fox Unit's interrogation specialist?
Ah, so you have heard of me. I'm honored, Snake.
And those guys who attacked me, they were Fox too?
Yeah, although we'll leave it at that for now.
What do you want from me? I'm retired from Fox. I'm guessing this isn't a social call, or you wouldn't have brought the goons.
Retired? Yeah, I suppose you are to the outside world. Don't worry. I'm not here to give you a new mission. I just want to ask you one simple question. 6 years ago, as a member of Fox, you prevented a full-scale nuclear war. You were hailed as a true patriot, given the title of Big Boss by the President. And then you turned right around and quit the unit, threw aside your rank, your good name. Mysterious, don't you think? What did you see out there on your mission? What did you see in Grozny Grad? Where is the legacy?
You mean the Philosopher's Legacy?
Yes, the secret cache of funds amassed by the Big Three during the Second World War. Where is it?
If you're looking for the legacy, try the CIA. They're the ones who took it after the mission 6 years ago.
Simply apply the right type of pain to the right degree at just the right location. It's always been my policy for persuasion, and I found it to be quite effective. The CIA only recovered half of the legacy from the Soviets after Operation Snake Eater. And you know where the other half went.
The CIA only got half?
You can drop the act. You defeated the boss and returned alive, so you must know where the other half of the legacy is. And now, you're gonna tell me, Snake?
Don't have a clue.
That's too bad. Because I'd hate to have to continue persuading you like this, comrade. No matter. We have plenty of time. Sooner or later, I'm sure it'll all come back to you.
Wait. This isn't an official mission, is it? What happened to Major Zero? Tell me the truth, Cunningham.
This is an official Fox mission. For now.
It's no use. It's shut tight. Snake, so that's your name, huh? It's got a nice ring to it. Who are you? I'm just a prisoner, like you. How'd an American like you end up a prisoner in a place like this? It's a long story. But never mind that. Don't you want to get out of here? You know a way. Take a good look under that bed, see that duct? The cover comes right off. You can go through it to the next room. How do you know? Cause I'm the one that took the cover off. But as luck would have it, they moved me to another cell right after that, so I never got a chance to use it. If you make it out, will you do a fellow prisoner a favor? A favor? Don't worry. You'll get something out of it too. Deal. I'll give it a shot. Aromatic polyamide. This is the Fox unit's new sneaking suit. What's this doing here?
Well, I'll be damned. It is Snake. Or should I say, Big Boss. Are you the real deal?
You know me?
Are you kidding? You're a legend in the Black Ops world.
Black Ops.
What's a hero like you doing in a place like this?
Beats me. I'd like to find out myself. Where are we anyway? Near the equator from the looks of it. If I had to guess, I'd say South America.
You got it, Big Boss. The San Geronimo Peninsula, to be exact. Known to the locals as La Peninsula de los Muertos, the Peninsula of the Dead. It's off the coast of central Colombia, more or less directly south of Cuba.
Never heard of it.
You wouldn't have. It doesn't show up on any conventional maps. It's under Red Army control.
The Red Army? In Colombia?
In 1964, the Russians provided military aid to FARC, Colombia's biggest rebel faction. And in return, FARC gave them this land.
1964, the year of the Virtuous Mission.
2 years prior, the Russians failed in their attempt to build an intermediate-range ballistic missile base in Cuba. Had they succeeded in deploying nuclear-equipped IRBMs inside Cuba, every major American city would have been within range.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
Exactly. In the end, the Russians gave up on the idea of deploying missiles in Cuba. But rumor had it that they were looking for a new site, one where they could build a base in secret.
And that place was the San Geronimo Peninsula.
Yeah, well, not exactly. Apparently, the plans for this missile base were abandoned before it was built.
Abandoned?
Due to détente. Both the US and the Soviet Union are having trouble financing their enormous military budgets, and they can't afford to keep waging the Cold War like they did in the 60s. Last year, they began conducting the strategic arms limitation talks, with the goal of limiting each country's number of ballistic missiles.
Meaning no more need to build a new missile base.
Right. But as you can see, they'd already completed part of the facility. We were sent in to investigate what was going on. Before we could do that, they ambushed us. Fox unit. My team was wiped out in the blink of an eye. I fear I'm the only survivor.
What's the Fox unit doing in a Soviet base?
Not a clue. I'd have expected you to know more about it than me.
I'm not with Fox anymore.
I see. Anyway, that's all I've got.
All right. Hold on. I'll get you out of there.
It's no use. I've tried over and over. You need a special key to unlock the cell door. Right now, you've got to get out of here. Head 5 clicks southeast of the detention center, and you should reach a communications base. I need you to call in a rescue, if you can.
Rescue?
You should be able to make contact with the States using the satellite uplink, but the circuit will most likely be monitored. If only you could use some kind of encrypted transmission.
Someone capable of receiving an encrypted protocol that they can't listen in on.
Any ideas?
I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off, but there's one thing I could try.
Great. I'm counting on you, big boss.
Call me Snake.
It's been an honor, Snake. The name's Campbell. Roy Campbell. Good luck.
That reminds me, you've been out of action for a while, haven't you, Snake? Now would be a good time for a light refresher, just to help you get reacquainted with your weapons and basic actions. I'll help you out. First, equip a weapon. Hold the circle button. This will bring up a list of carried weapons. Use the directional buttons to select. To use a weapon, press the L button to ready the weapon and the square button to fire. Now it's your turn. Good. You got it. Next, let's do a first-person attack. Press the R button to ready the weapon and the square button to fire. Use the analog stick to aim. While aiming, you can press the L button to get a more accurate fix on the target. Try it out. What the hell? Damn it. Never mind. That's enough for weapons. Oh, and before I forget, do you know about the radar in the upper right corner of the screen? That's your surround indicator. It keeps you informed of sounds in the surrounding area. The outer ring displays the sounds you hear around you. The inner ring displays the sounds you make yourself. Be especially careful when you see red on the radar. That means the enemy is near. If you make a sound, they'll be all over ya. Hold it. You can't just dash blindly into plain view. You've got to check to make sure it's safe first. There should be a guard outside to the left. You need to make your exit when that guard isn't looking your way, right? So use the wall press and then peek. Face the wall to the left, then move towards the wall and press the triangle button. Then, while you're pressed against the wall, hold the triangle button down and make your way slowly toward the exit. That's addition 10 for satellite communications. This must be the communications base. The communicator that I'm looking for is in that building.
What the?
Nothing here.
Ah! What was that?
Does anybody read me? This is Snake. If anybody can hear this, please respond. Does anybody read me? Snake. Is it you? Is this the real naked Snake? That voice. Paramedic. It's me. It's been a while, huh, Snake? It's good to hear your voice again. Same here. It'd be even better if I weren't in this godforsaken place. So, you're still using this circuit? Major Zero kept it just in case. He said if you were safe, you might try to use it to contact us. To be honest, I never really expected you to call. But I'm glad you did. Yeah, me too. But why are you on the line? Where's the Major? Major Zero was placed under arrest by the military last month. The military, the Pentagon arrested the Major? Why? He's being held under suspicion of treason. I don't know the details, but a month ago, a CIA unit stole a top-secret weapon guarded by the military, and fled the country. They're charging the Major with instigating the revolt. You've been charged too, Snake. Me. The military believes you spearheaded the rebellion. You've got to be kidding me. I'm retired from Fox. I know, Snake. Calm down and listen to me. The CIA unit, the one that stole the prototype weapon, and executed the revolt. Its name was Fox. Meaning the Fox unit is your next target. What the hell? What are they after? I don't know. Any members of Fox who didn't join the rebellion were killed. The unit is in shambles. I don't believe this. I know how you feel. You know why the military suspects you, don't you, Snake? Whoever started this mess managed to gather Fox members specializing in solo missions, and killed all those who opposed. The only soldier who could have pulled that off is you. Done in by my own overblown reputation. Are you the only one there? For now, at least. but Sergeant's helping us out over at Upper. The Pentagon's Advanced Research Projects Agency. Right. His frequency is 148.41. Sergeant, yo, Snake. Long time. No see. I hear you got yourself into a bad mess out there. Snake, Mr. Sergeant. Looks like I need your help again. Sergeant, or man, it's cool. We've been through a lot together. With your skills, it shouldn't be too hard to find your way out of there. But that's not gonna be enough. You gotta catch whoever started this revolt. If you can't take him alive, dead will do just fine. Snake. Sergeant, we need evidence that proves your innocence. Otherwise, we are gonna end up court-martialed for helping you. Snake, I see what you're saying, but I can't do it. We are not just talking about Rogue Fox members here. They've got the Russian soldiers, based on the peninsula on their side. Sergeant, yeah. That's what we heard too. It looks like they took over the chain of command for a Red Army unit that was secretly stationed inside Colombian territory. Snake took over the chain of command. So that's it. I thought this seemed a little strange for an official military operation. They got the soldiers that were already stationed here to join them. Sergeant, hearts and minds, the bread and butter of special forces. Anyway, because of that, neither the US nor the Soviet Union can get involved publicly. If the world found out the Russians built a nuclear base in Colombia, or that American had one of their most advanced weapons stolen, they'd be hell to pay. And the rogue unit is using those secrets as leverage to demand negotiations for independence with the US and Soviet Union. Snake, they're planning to create a new military nation? So, in other words, they've got the strength necessary to back up these crazy demands. And I can't expect any backup from home. And you want me, on my own, to go in and capture the ringleader of this rebellion? Sergeant, well, there's no reason you have to do it alone. If the rebels manage to get the local militia on their side, who's to say you can't do the same thing? Snake, you're saying I should convince the Russians and the rebels to join my side? Sergeant, it's not that complicated, man. Just think of it as procuring your allies on site. That's what you're good at, isn't it? Procurement on site. Snake, you're kidding, right? This isn't the same as catching fish and snakes, you know. Sergeant, you gotta try, Snake. Otherwise, everybody's gonna be gunning for you, the rebels, and the Pentagon. And you're gonna bring us, and Major Zero down with you. Snake. Sergeant, oh, I do have some good news too. As luck would have it, we just sent a scout unit to the peninsula to gather intelligence. It's an SFG unit. Snake, the Green Berets? Here. Sergeant, we lost contact with them a little while ago, but there might still be some survivors. If you rescue them, they'll help you out. Snake, yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Okay, I'll see what I can find. Snake, you okay, Roy? Campbell, Snake, what are you doing back here? Snake, found a key. Thought you might be interested in it. Campbell, did you call for help? Snake, nobody's coming. Campbell. What? Snake. Seems they think I'm the one who's leading Fox. The one who wiped out your unit. Campbell. That's insane. Snake. And unless I clear my name, they're not letting me back into the country, and we can forget about someone coming to rescue us. Campbell. Clear your name. But how? Snake. Track down the real roots of Fox's rebellion. Campbell. Snake. Roy. Campbell. What? Snake. I need your help to pull this off. Campbell. Me. Snake. Yeah. I need your skills as a green beret. Campbell. What? Snake. Don't go getting any crazy ideas. Snake. What's so crazy about? Campbell. Look at me. My leg's broken. I can barely walk. And I've had this nasty fever for days. Snake. Alright. Why don't you drive instead of walk? Campbell. What do you mean? Snake. On a base this big, there's bound to be a personal transport vehicle or two lying around. Campbell. Well, yeah, but... Snake. And you don't need your legs to fire a gun, right? Campbell. Snake. So are you with me? Campbell. Snake. Roy. Campbell. Alright. I'm with you. Snake. Great. I owe you one. Campbell. Jeez, who'd have thought the legendary Big Boss would be this pushy? Snake. I'm leaving my spare radio with you. If anything happens, call me. We'll use frequency 140.85. Press the select button to open the radio screen. Use the left and right directional buttons to adjust the frequency, and press the circle button to make a call. Press the down directional button to bring up a list of saved frequencies. Campbell, I'll give you a ring if I start to get lonely. Snake. Okay. First things first. We need intel. Did you get some kind of briefing before the mission? Campbell. The first recon target we were given during the pre-mission briefing at Fort Bragg was here. A Soviet frontline patrol base. This will be our first target for information collection. I can take you there. I've got a good idea of where it's located. Well, more like I don't know where any of the other facilities are, exactly. Snake, it'll do. So what's the plan? Campbell, this place is packed with soldiers, the perfect target for our first recon. Get as much intel as you can. You should be able to extract useful information by listening in on soldiers. Snake, alright, we'll go with your plan. Campbell, hehe. Looks like we'll make a great team, Snake. Okay, let's get going. Snake. Okay. First things first. We need intel. Did you get some kind of briefing before the mission? Campbell. Snake. Okay. First things first. We need intel. Did you get some kind of briefing before the mission? Camp Bell, the first recon target we were given during the pre-mission briefing at Fort Bragg was here. A Soviet frontline patrol base. This will be our first target for information collection. Soldier B, no. This ain't no joke. I heard that American officer, the one our boss brought in, say something about it. Soldier A, you mean that tight-assed peg leg? Soldier B, you should have seen that bastard's face when the topic of the weapon came up. There must have been something in that document that arrived from HQ the other day. Soldier A probably just has a bad case of the runs. I know I do. Soldier B, this isn't a joke. Soldier A, look. I know what you're saying. Aiming that thing at our motherland. That just doesn't sit right with me. Yeah, it's suicidal. Soldier B, but it's just a threat, right? A bluff. He's an expert at this sort of manipulation. I hope you're right. Soldier A, do you ever wonder what kind of weapon we are really storing? Soldier B, sometimes. But this is not your run-of-the-mill nuclear missile we are protecting, that's for sure.
What the? Nothing here. What was that? Who's that? Huh? Who's that? Freeze. What was that? Who's that?
Camp Bell, looks like you obtained some enemy documents. Good work. Okay, hoof it back to the truck. We'll look over them once you get back. Camp Bell, Snake, about those documents you found just now. Snake, find anything interesting? Camp Bell, you're not going to believe this. Snake, try me. Campbell, it seems the rebels are actually planning to activate that new weapon they stole. The documents outline details of a launch plan. The date and time aren't mentioned, but it looks like we don't have much time. Snake, no way. They're in the middle of negotiations with Washington and Moscow. Even assuming this launch plan is real, it's got to be a bluff to strengthen their hand. Campbell, maybe. But they exterminated us Green Berets, their own comrades, without mercy or remorse. I don't think they're too particular about means to their end. Snake. Campbell, I hope it turns out I'm worrying too much. But if they're serious about this, it could ignite a global crisis. Snake. Campbell, Snake, until we have a clearer picture of what's going on here, I think we should assume the worst. Better to overreact now, and laugh about it later than ignore this, and live to regret it. Snake, I can't argue with you on that. Campbell, right now, we are the only ones on this peninsula in a position to stop these guys. It's our duty to act before the launch deadline. Snake, yeah, you're right. Campbell, even so, the fact is there are only two of us, and we can't do this alone. Snake, got any ideas? Campbell, Snake, when you were listening in on the enemy, did you get the feeling that maybe not everyone's satisfied with their commander? Snake, yeah, some of them were griping about it. Campbell, tell me, how hard do you think it would be to recruit some of those soldiers over to our side? Snake, recruit them? Campbell, exactly. We could use any grievances they have against their leader to try and persuade them to join us. Sowing discord among the enemy has been a basic element of psychological warfare since the time of Confucius, right? Play our cards right, and we might be able to find out what's really going on. Snake, HMN. Campbell, what do you think? Snake? Snake, Sigend was saying the same thing. Yeah. It might be worth a try. Campbell, head. I knew I could count on you. Now, first thing we gotta do is choose a suitable candidate. Snake, so what exactly does that entail? Campbell, I'm getting reports that soldiers unhappy with the rebellion can also be found in other areas. That means you'll have to drag them back to the truck, so we can all have a friendly chat about them joining our little resistance. Go out and give it a try. Oh, and one more thing. We've learned the name of the enemy's supreme commander. Snake, who is it? Campbell, his name is Gene. G-N-E. Snake, Gene. Campbell, okay, then. Let's get this mission started. Pick some place where there'll be enemies easy to convert. So where to, big boss? Campbell, let's review. We are going to scout for soldiers with grudges against Gene. Listen to what the enemy is saying. Then, once you've found someone ripe for the picking, grab and bring him back to the truck. The best time to get him is when they are alone. Once you've got the enemy alone, knock the sucker out. Now there are several ways to knock an enemy out. You can shoot them in the head with your MK22, or put them into an ice chokehold. Here's how to execute a chokehold. First, unequip your weapon so you're barehanded. To unequip a weapon, push the circle button once quickly. Then quietly sneak up behind the enemy. Push and hold the square button to get him into a full Nelson. Once you've got his arms pinned, repeatedly tap the square button to choke the sucker. Sooner or later, he'll lose consciousness. You can also pick the enemy up and carry him around when you're barehanded by holding the square button while positioned above his body. Then just drag the unconscious enemy back to the truck. That's it. Go get him.
What? Huh?
What was that?
You heal up pretty quick. Quick thinker, too. They trained you well. You're a good soldier.
Who are you?
Call me Snake.
Snake? Is that a code name? You must be with the Americans. Are you with the Fox unit, too?
I'm not with the Americans or with Fox. I'm just a soldier.
Just a soldier? Then why?
We're here to stop Fox Unit from going renegade. A member of Fox named Gene betrayed the US government and stole a top-secret weapon. He plans to use that weapon and the warheads in this base as bargaining chips to negotiate with your country. But blackmail's more like it. We're here to put a stop to it. Our mission is to free the soldiers of the San Geronimo Peninsula from Gene's control and capture the traitors in the Fox Unit. I can understand if you're afraid of Fox, but we need others to help us free the Soviet soldiers on this peninsula. Will you join us?
You're here to save us? And you want me to help you defeat Gene?
What's so funny? You think he's been brainwashed?
Brainwashed? Is that what you think is happening here? A fine joke. But I'm afraid you two have it all wrong.
Wrong.
We didn't rebel because of Gene. Our country betrayed us first. We have stood guard over this god-forsaken base, unable to reach our friends and loved ones because of the secrecy of our mission. The climate was brutal. The meals were meager. We watched as our comrades succumbed to disease or died fighting the Colombian government. And still, we went on carrying out our mission, believing our efforts were all for the good of the motherland. And how did the motherland reward us? By stabbing us in the back.
You're talking about the Kremlin's policy shift. If the existence of this base came to light, the political fallout with the United States could fatally undermine Moscow's position in the strategic arms limitation talks that Brezhnev is promoting. That's why
we have no use for political rationales. What matters to us is that Mother Russia wiped this base from existence. And instead of allowing us to return home, the army erased all traces of communication and cut off our supplies. They sought to isolate the peninsula and make it look like this was all the work of a few out-of-control soldiers. We were abandoned by our own country.
That's why you decided to follow Gene?
Gene told us he would build us a nation. A nation not of soldiers, but for them. We do not follow Gene out of fear. He will deliver us justice. The only thing we fear is losing that justice. That's why we follow him, not you. You'll never be able to stop him.
Justice, huh? The meaning of justice can change from one day to the next. A professional soldier never brings justice into the mission. The only ones who need a reason to fight are the ones who fight for a living. That's what my mentor told me. Politics are fickle. They change with the times. So long as we remain loyal to our countries, soldiers like us need nothing to believe in. She died out of loyalty. Not to justice, not to her country. To herself, for the mission.
Your mentor, the one who taught you the art of battle. Who was she?
They called her the boss. I killed her.
The boss? The legendary soldier? Then Snake, you must be Big Boss. You're the hero who killed Colonel Volgin at Groznygrad.
Prove your loyalty as a soldier. That's what the boss told me. I still don't know what she meant.
Prove your loyalty. Not to justice, not to your country, but to yourself. Does Jean truly plan to threaten the motherland?
Yes. Snake procured documents from a patrol station that confirm as much. If launched from this base, the weapon Jean stole could deliver a devastating blow to every major city in Russia. I know it's hard to believe.
No, I believe you. Not as a member of the Red Army, but as a soldier.
I appreciate it.
I will follow you. Snake, give me my mission.
Campbell. Cough, cough. Okay, Snake, what's the plan? Snake, hey, Campbell, you sure you're alright? Campbell, I'm fine. I'll get over it. Now about our plan. Snake, if we are going to keep collecting intel, we'll need to pick up some more new recruits. Campbell, of course I'd recommend putting together a unit of 4 soldiers, but if you want to continue on with a smaller unit, that's your call. Snake, so we need 2 more. Campbell, for now, let's use the buddy system and pair you up with the one we just caught. You can organize your unit using manage over at the briefing menu. Push the X button to bring up the briefing menu and select manage. We'll put you and your new friend down as Team Alpha, alright. The new recruit is registered as a rookie, so move that guy over to your team, Team Alpha. Don't forget you've got Bravo, Charlie, and Delta teams you can fill too. Recruit more comrades and fill those ranks. Just remember that there will be plenty of missions that only you can lead. So make sure you move to that team before deployment. If you need more detailed instructions, push the select button and view the help screens. Soldier, Big Boss, Campbell's sick. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but his symptoms look like a form of tropical malaria that I've seen before. Snake, what? Soldier, the first bout has subsided. He's lying down here beside me now. Snake, are you positive it's malaria? I know he took preventative drugs. Soldier, I'm not a medic, so I can't say for sure. But judging by these symptoms. Hey. Don't try and get up. Campbell, Snake, it's me. I'm in bad shape. Malaria. Who'd have thought? Snake, take it easy, Campbell. Soldier, what do we do now, Big Boss? Snake, the preventative drugs don't work. This could just be the beginning. If he's got some tropical disease other than malaria, then there's not telling whether we might start showing the same symptoms. Soldier, good point. Snake, I got an idea. Keep an eye on him. Give me a minute to consult with my family doctor about treatment. Soldier, family doctor? Snake, paramedic. Let's head for the communications base. Soldier, right. The communications base. Got it. Campbell, sorry to be such a pain in the ass, Snake. Snake, save your strength. On the way we'll keep our eyes out for new recruits. Campbell, but you made it inside the communications base. They've probably beefed up security, but you've got to stay out of enemy sight until you reach the communicator. I don't know how many more of these outbreaks I can take. We've got to find a cure, and soon. I know you can do it. Jonathan, Big Boss, let's go over how to switch team members. You won't be sneaking in alone anymore. We'll all be sneaking in together. Snake, I thought that going in alone was the whole point of a sneaking mission. Jonathan, right, I know. Going in all at once wouldn't be very bright. We'll move one at a time and switch off as we go along. Snake, what do people do when it's not their turn? Jonathan, we'll have them hide nearby. After all, there's plenty of cardboard boxes in the truck. Snake, alright. I'm used to hiding in cardboard boxes. Jonathan, when you want to switch off with another team member, press the start button to bring up the map screen. Then select member change. Then you'll be prompted to select a hiding point, a location on the map where you can hide. Choose one as a place to hide. Finally, choose a team member to switch with. Then you're done. Snake, okay. We'll do that. Jonathan, from what I've seen, there are a lot of soldiers around here dressed like me. I should be less conspicuous than you. I used to be a rescuer, so I'm pretty good at dragging people around. Meaning I'm perfect for gathering new recruits. So make good use of me.
Huh? What the? Huh? What was that?
just my imagination.
Snake. Okay. Everybody here. Soldier, we are all set. Big boss. Everybody's here. So this family doctor of yours, is she that good? Snake. Yeah, you could say that. She saved my life more than once. Paramedic. Snake. You came all the way back to the communications facility? You must really want to talk to me, huh? Snake. Yeah, actually, I do. One of my men has come down with malaria. Paramedic. Malaria. Can you get some preventative drugs? Depending on the drug, it can be used to treat malaria even after symptoms appear. Snake. We've been using the drugs, but they don't seem to be working too well. Do you think it might be some other kind of disease? Paramedic. HMN. Wait. You said these were malaria symptoms? Snake. Yeah. No question about it. Paramedic. I got it. Snake. What? Paramedic. Do you know how people get malaria? Snake. Yeah. The virus is transmitted by mosquitoes, right? Paramedic. It's not a virus. It's a parasite. Snake. A parasite? You mean there's an actual bug inside his body? Paramedic. Exactly. In tropical malaria, the malaria parasite gested within female Anopheles mosquitoes, and are then transferred to human hosts. Ordinarily, the drugs would prevent the symptoms from happening. But there are different populations of malaria parasites. In certain areas, the populations are drug resistant. You know what that means? Snake. The drugs won't work. Paramedic. Bingo. So the only way to treat it is to find a different drug that's effective against that particular population of malaria parasite. Snake. A different kind of drug. Paramedic. Try the local medical facility. They should have a supply. But you'd better hurry. You might already be infected with the same parasites. It's only a matter of time before you start to develop symptoms. Snake. Got it. Soldier. Big boss. I need to talk to you. Snake. What's up? Soldier. Paramedic was saying that we need some medicine to treat malaria. Snake. Yeah. If there were a hospital nearby, I'm sure it'd have a supply in stock. Soldier. I know where we can find one. Snake. A hospital? Soldier. Yes. There's a hospital in the sector my former squad patrols. I can tell you exactly where it's located. Snake. Must be my lucky day. Lead the way. Soldier. Yes. Oh, and one other thing. Snake. Go on. Soldier. It's a small hospital with minimal facilities in the mountains. But just the other day, I saw them bringing in a huge shipment of drugs and medical supplies. Snake. What for? Soldier. I don't know. But what I do know is that this shipment was way too big for a hospital of that size. Snake. Sounds suspicious. Campbell. In any case, Snake, we'd better hurry to the hospital. They've got to have some malaria drugs there. And I'm guessing it'll be a prime location to recruit new comrades with medical careers. Might as well recruit some new allies for the battles ahead, right? Since you're operating as a team, you can all work together to get new recruits. For instance, when you knock an enemy out, you don't have to drag him all the way back to the truck yourself. Why not drag the body over to one of your teammates hiding in a cardboard box? Let them do the rest of the work. Go ahead, give it a try. Now let's get going to that hospital. Find the malaria drugs and recruit some medical staffers along the way. Campbell here. We've assessed that the drugs are in that hospital. We are just not sure where. Find those drugs and avoid detection. We now know that I'm not the only one at risk from malaria. Any of our comrades could be infected. Unless we act fast, it won't be long before we are goners. Good luck. Campbell, did you find the drugs yet? What? Oh, I see. They weren't in there. Alright, then, try the other rooms. There are other rooms there, right? Take your time and search them in order.
HQ!
This is HQ.
This is Patrol! Enemy sighted! Requesting backup!
Acknowledged. Sending...
Campbell, this is Campbell. Still no luck finding those drugs? I just don't get it. He told us that a huge shipment of medical supplies was brought in, but there's not a trace of them to be found. Something's wrong here. I got an idea. Maybe the shipment log can shed some light on things? Look for the hospital director's office. There must be a record of the drug shipment in there.
This is HQ.
This is Patrol. We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby.
Who's that? No! The enemy's here! No! What happened?
Help me!
HQ.
This is HQ.
This is Patrol. Enemy sighted. Commencing attack.
Acknowledged. Eliminate all enemies.
It's a list of outgoing materials. Heading for a lab. Huh.
the escapees? Why haven't they been caught? If they get away, I promise you'll regret it. Enough of this! Call Python. Get him back here. He'll lead the search team and make sure this lab stays secure.
What's happening to me?
Campbell, there were no malaria drugs in the hospital, not even a single dose. According to the log left in the director's office, they hauled every last bit of that stockpile of drugs and medical supplies away. They were shipped to a research lab north of the hospital. But we are in luck. Not only do we know from the log that they took the drugs to a lab, but we found its exact location by following the helicopter's flight path. Quite a coincidence, huh? You'll see when you get there, but the lab is built on terrain that makes it hard to spot from the outside. Chances are slim you'd find it, unless you had some kind of clue. Head for the lab, infiltrate it, and search for the drugs again. I'm sorry to put this on you, but I'll need them if I'm going to keep command. Campbell, apparently, the medical supplies they brought to the hospital have all been transferred to that lab. Which means that the drugs must be there too. Do whatever it takes to find those drugs, and bring them back. We need them, and soon.
Freeze.
Somebody! Somebody!
What's his status?
We're currently reinitializing his memory and readjusting his sensory nerves in the culture tank. By my estimate, it'll take another 12 hours, at least.
Half a day? He has to be readjusted after each deployment. Not much better than a prototype, a test subject.
My apologies, sir. The culture fluid takes time to prepare. With such limited equipment and personnel, readjusting Null isn't...
I know. That's why I brought along a specialist.
Chief? But...
The escaped prisoners have yet to be found. This could be just the job for our perfect soldier. We'll roll out the tank as soon as the fluid's stabilized. Make all necessary preparations.
Yes, sir.
Commander.
Yes, I know. Cunningham. Don't move.
Huh?
Commander! Lieutenant! Are you alright?
We're fine.
Please forgive me, Commander. Are you hurt?
Don't worry. Fate would never see me hurt. Now, lie still and try not to move. This man needs medical attention. I apologize for any sense of urgency. Please don't think for even a moment that I hold your work, or yourselves, in any but the highest of regards. This facility you are helping to build is absolutely vital to the strong roots of our new nation. But never forget that you, yourselves, are no less valuable a resource to that nation. A nation that will house the mightiest, most capable military ever seen by man. Warriors in their prime. We will end an era that sees soldiers discarded like tools and strike war from the menu of global politics. And it is you, soldiers, military engineers, who are her first citizens. Our nation's riches and its fighting spirit. I only pray that such priceless resources need not be sacrificed in vain.
So that's Jean. That voice and the premonition. Was that ESP?
Campbell, no luck finding the drugs. Huh. Where the hell could they? Wait. That reminds me. When you were eavesdropping on Gene and his men just now, didn't you say they mentioned something about a culture tank? Do you think that might be part of the medical supplies they brought in with the drugs? If so, don't you think the drugs might be stored in the same place as the culture tank, whatever that is? I think it's worth checking out. Okay, go luck for this machine. This culture tank. They may have even set up a special chamber to house it.
What is this? It's him.
Who's there? Can't you read the sign? It says do not enter. You.
A kid. What are you doing here?
I'm in charge.
You? In charge?
You there! Search upstairs! The rest of you, we'll sweep the prep chamber.
This way, Snake. Hide there, in that locker.
What?
Just do it. What's going on here? The preparation chamber is for authorized personnel only.
Miss Elisa, are you alone? Have you seen anything suspicious around here?
No. Is there something wrong?
We received a report that there's an intruder in the lab. Someone also reported seeing a suspicious truck nearby.
Well, there's no one here. Just me. And him. You're disturbing his sleep. I'll have to ask you to leave.
Yes, ma'am.
If you see the intruder, please notify us immediately.
Now I've seen it all. A little girl in charge of an outfit like this. Why did you help me?
I don't know. I just got this feeling that I needed to.
And how do you know my name? Are you with the Fox unit too?
No?
But your uniform... It's not like that. When I saw you at the heliport with Cunningham and the others...
That was my sister.
Sister?
Her name is Ursula. She's the one who's a member of Fox. I'm just a medic.
You're pretty young.
Well, you were out on the battlefield when you were my age, weren't you, Snake? Or should I say, Big Boss? Ursula and I were raised in an East German lab. They sent all the kids with ESP potential there to study them. My powers are pretty weak, but Ursula is different. She's one of the most powerful psychics in all the communist world. Through special training, Ursula gained great power, but in doing so lost everything that makes her human. So much so that she can't even talk with me anymore. 4 years ago, Gene took us away from East Germany. He was on a mission from Fox. The CIA wanted to get its hands on ESP from the communist bloc.
And then you joined this little revolution.
Yes, that's right.
So, this is what you were calling the perfect soldier. Does he have ESP too?
No, he's just an ordinary human being. That is, he used to be. He was raised in a special way, under very special conditions, to be a great warrior. He's incapable of emotions, or doubts. He's the ultimate combatant, created with one purpose only, to accomplish the mission. He has no human memories. The only thing he has left are his skills in battle.
No memories?
Each time he completes a mission, he undergoes readjustment. Like this. Inside the culture tank, all 5 senses are shut out completely. Most men would go mad in minutes. Like a baby who's coming into the world for the first time, the perfect soldier's sensors are honed to a razor sharpness. He can read the enemy's movements and learn them faster than any normal person ever could.
What kind of person could endure that kind of extreme training?
Nobody, of course. The Perfect Soldier project ended in failure and was abandoned. He was the only success. That's why they gave him the code name Null. He's a lost number. He has no feelings and no memories, not even a project number. Don't even think about fighting him. You can't possibly win, Snake.
You could be right about that.
Or you could shoot him now, but you'll have to go through me.
I'm no assassin. Shooting a soldier with their guard down isn't my style.
You're a good man, Snake. I knew you were. Here, take this. It's a drug for treating chloroquine-resistant malaria.
How'd you know?
It's time. Bring the tank out. I trust the readjustments are complete.
Sorry, it'll just be a little longer.
I'll send a man in to meet you. Hurry it up.
You can get outside through here. Head for the harbor. You'll find what you're looking for there.
You must be psychic or something.
One last thing, Snake. If you find Ursula in front of you, don't hesitate. Shoot her.
Shoot your sister?
If you can't do that, you're already dead.
Alright, next time, let's try for a more upbeat prophecy.
Camp Bell. Whoa, that was a close one. My fever's all gone now. Looks like those drugs you got from the girl really work. I gave some to all the men. Well, at least we don't have to worry about losing our entire unit anymore. Now what? Snake, if we go to the harbor, we might find what we are looking for. At least, that's what Ellis has said. Camp Bell, the harbor. I have absolutely no idea where that is. Seems we need to do some more recon. Soldier, Big Boss, you got a minute? I've got a plan. Snake, a plan? What kind of plan? Soldier, we can get all the new recruits we want, but unless we use them, they're just going to be sitting there. And that, if I may be frank, is a waste. It defeats the whole purpose. Snake. Soldier, so what I was thinking was, we could pick a few of them to set up a spy unit, and send them to key points on the peninsula. We've all been stationed here a while, so we've got a pretty good idea of how, and where to lie low, and we'd make pretty good intelligence collectors too. And, correct me if I'm wrong, you're going to want a broader picture of what's going on the peninsula, in order to accomplish your mission. So what do you think? Snake, spies, huh? Campbell, Snake, the soldier has a point. Right now, we've only got awareness of the few dozen yards around our track. If we think we can figure out why Fox rebelled like this, we are not just dreaming, we are crazy. I think sending some of our men out to gather intel is a great idea. Snake, HMM. Okay. We'll go with your plan. We'll start forming a spy unit right away. Soldier, you got it, boss. Campbell, you can manage your spy units by selecting manage on the briefing menu. Only instead of putting free soldiers in the sneaking unit, you'll be putting them into the spy unit. You'll need to put together a spy unit for each location you want to reconnoiter. Then just let them do their thing. They'll go out and collect intel on their assigned location and report the results back to you. You can see the reports by going to report on the briefing menu. Snake, got it. I'll try it out. But we don't have enough men to send them out willy-nilly. Got any ideas where we should start? Campbell, well, we do need to find a route to the harbor. Why don't we send a unit out to the supply depot? That's where they store all the cargo they unload at the harbor. It might give us a clue as to how to locate the harbor. Snake, agreed. In the meantime, I'll keep looking for new recruits.
You know, we often talk about the global impact of the PlayStation business, and as the global leader, our mission at Sony Computer Entertainment is to create products that truly inspire and entertain fans around the world. And it's really amazing to witness such enthusiasm for our new platform. So, now on to PlayStation 5. Last year, we outlined the specifications of the machine, but let's review its main features and benefits. First, PlayStation 5 is powered by Cell. Along with our partners IBM and Toshiba, we have invested billions of dollars and hundreds of thousands of man-hours in creating the Cell processor. It's a processor with power rivaling that of supercomputers, but is uniquely designed to support massive data processing required for digital entertainment and other HD-intensive applications. PlayStation utilizes Blu-ray as one of its storage mediums, but is also compatible with a huge variety of optical disc media used in consumers' homes today. And the investment that consumers have made in collecting their software libraries in a variety of optical disc formats will not go to waste with PlayStation 5. And speaking of delivery mediums, we have already seen a diversification in the methods of delivering entertainment content to the consumers, which will become even more prominent in the years ahead. And to this end, PlayStation 5 is equipped with both a gigabit Ethernet port as well as a removable hard disk drive to allow the consumers to access and download a variety of interactive and other entertainment content right out of the network. And on the output side, as previously announced, PlayStation 5 will support true high-definition output at 1080p resolution and is compatible with the latest Dolby Digital surround sound for maximum audio enjoyment. So, what does all this mean? Simply put, we are giving the content creators unprecedented power to express their creativity and for the consumers to emotionally connect with and to enjoy the content that is created with a level of interaction, sophistication, and reality that has never been experienced with any other platform. Another first brought by PlayStation is back catalog compatibility. When we introduced PlayStation 2 in 2000, it supported many formats: PlayStation games, PlayStation 2 games, audio CDs, and DVD video playback. With PlayStation 5, we are taking it to the next level. Not only will PlayStation 5 support Blu-ray video and PlayStation 3 games, but also all of the formats that I just mentioned. PSP also interacts with the PlayStation 5, and on the game development side, we're aggressively seeking out ways to connect the two products in unique and interesting ways. Users can exchange data between the two systems wirelessly, through the USB connection, or through the memory stick. And as I mentioned, Blu-ray, it is the next generation format supported by major hardware manufacturers and motion picture studios. 5 of the 6 studios that represent 80% of all Hollywood content are backing Blu-ray. Blu-ray offers the storage capacity that game creators require in order to manage data-intensive material needed to achieve real-time gameplay mechanics in a true 1080p HD world. Truly lifelike games, like those that we are starting to see, require considerable disk capacity. And content creators and consumers have told us time and time again of their desire for more gameplay levels, more sound, more intense graphics, more entertainment. And as a testament to the ever-growing need for storage capacity in our industry, consider this fact. During the first year after the PlayStation 2 launch, 74% of PlayStation 2 games were on the CD-ROM format, 26% in DVD. 5 years later, in 2005, that ratio is 95% DVD and 5% CD-ROM. So by adopting Blu-ray, a forward-reaching medium, we're sending a message to the content creation community that the only limitation they have bringing ideas to life now is their imagination. And true HD gaming is the wave of the future. And according to our internal research, PlayStation users are more likely to own or plan to buy an HD display. And by the end of 2006, according to Jupiter Media Research, 25% of US households will own an HD display. In an HD world, complex data streams processing and massive storage is necessary. And therefore, we believe that PlayStation 5 will be at a significant advantage by having a hard disk drive built right into the box. That's right. Every PlayStation 5 system will ship with a hard disk drive. Not only will users be able to download content from the network and other storage devices, but the HDD can serve to work to improve game performance and the overall entertainment experience through game saves and caching for optimal load times. Right here, in clear black, which will be introduced in all territories at launch. Our development partners have been diligently working on the PlayStation 5 environment for some time in order to deliver the type of gaming experiences that consumers will expect from true next generation. And to date, we have cumulatively shipped more than 10,000 development systems to 208 companies in 11 countries, the largest number ever for a PlayStation format. And final development systems are shipping now 6 months before launch, which is a first. In fact, some of the games you will see at E3 on the show floor are running on those final tools. And I'm very excited to report that both our internal studios and our third-party partners are prepared to share the fruits of their labor today. Contrary to what you may have heard coming into E3, today we will be showcasing playable game titles which all will be available for you to play and enjoy at our booth. Back in the fall of last year, Sony Computer Entertainment consolidated its global development resources under one umbrella, the SCE Worldwide Studios. This consolidation allows us to further integrate all of our product development creativity, expertise, and technology on a worldwide basis, helping to develop exclusive, one-of-a-kind gaming experiences that define the PlayStation experience. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the president of SCE Worldwide Studios, Phil Harrison.
Thanks very much, Kaz.
Phil.
See you later. Good afternoon, everybody. It's a great pleasure to be back here. A little under a year ago, we shared with you and with the world our vision and technology for the PlayStation format. In the last 350-odd days, about 8,500 hours, our development teams all around the world, in all of our studios, have been hard at work converting that technology and vision into magic. And today, I'm really proud that we will be able to share with you the fruits of those labors with a number of really incredible games played and shown on PlayStation for absolutely the first time. I'd like to start by bringing onto the stage a creator who normally needs no introduction, but on this particular occasion, I think I will make one for him. I know him as my friend and colleague from Sony Computer Entertainment Worldwide Studios, and also as the creator of one of my favorite PlayStation 1 games. You probably know him for his slightly more famous franchise, the billion-dollar franchise. So please join me in welcoming to the stage Mr. Kazunori Yamauchi, and to translate, Tsubasa Inaba.
Thank you, Phil. Hey, 皆さんこんにちは、山内です。今日はですね、この E3 のために、最新のプロトタイプを、持ってきました。題して
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kazunori Yamauchi. It's an honor to be here as a lead-off batter for software titles this afternoon. Today, we would like to show you a prototype that has been designed specifically for E3.
ちょっと説明しますね。このグランツーリスモ HD はですね、GT4 をベースに、データを高解像度化、高精度化して、プレイステーション3に移植したものです。スクリーンを見れば分かる通りですね、このグランツーリスモ HD は、1920×1080、プログレッシブ、かつ60フレームで、動いています。1920×1080-60p のですね、非圧縮のベースバンド信号が、家庭用のテレビに映るというのはですね、ちょっと大げさに言うと、人類にとって初めての経験だろうと思います。
So this may be an exaggerated statement, but we feel that this is probably the first time for a household television to display a non-compressed baseband signal.
はい、メニューもですね、HD に合わせてデザインし直しました。
So the menus have been designed specifically to optimize for HD.
この HD バージョンで4つのコースが得られます。ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much, Kazunori-san. Tsubasa, thank you very much. What an incredible presentation, an incredible example of how a great creator matched with great technology can produce magical results. Kazunori-san, I think it's also important to remember, by the way, that his team only just finished doing Tourist Trophy for PS2 a few weeks ago. So what you saw there was actually a relatively short period of time. Now, the next demonstration of a game that we're going to be revealing at E3 that I'd like to share with you is actually an interesting combination of three different things. The first is a traditional card-based battle game. Added to that is the power that you get from PlayStation, mixed with the amazing ability of computer vision. And here to talk about it some more is Dr. Richard Marks, the creator of iToy. So, Richard, what do we have here for today?
Phil, today we have the Eye of Judgment, and it's a game developed by our Japan studio, and I have the honor of showing it today here. And I'll just get started. You see, I place a card onto the screen here, and a monster instantiates. And now I can actually interact with this card.
イメージという話をさっき申し上げたんですけども、
And this is the idea is this, yeah, it can also move it around. It tracks the card in 3D. I'll move this card over here so that I have some room. Place down another card. And this will also instantiate a monster. Each card has unique identifier, so it can...
Hey! Now that's what I call a duck.
So you can actually come to our booth and try out this game and actually play a game with the cards.
Great demonstration. Thank you very much, Rick.
Thank you, Phil.
So next up, a game from Japan, which is being developed by Game Republic. And if Okamoto-san is in the audience, please show your appreciation to him for a great game. Thank you very much, Okamoto-san. Now moving from legendary Japan to reality 21st century style. And we'd like to show you now our Formula One game for PlayStation, but with a couple of interesting twists. So we have everything that you would expect in a great Formula One game, all the incredible graphics, all the great physics, all the great AI, all the great animation. But you know what? There's something missing, and I tell you what that is, and that's a wing mirror. And I'm going to give you a very special demonstration of a wing mirror. So let's do a quick swap here, and thank you very much, Nino.
Thank you, Phil.
What I have running on a PlayStation is an interactive wing mirror, which is actually being rendered in real time. And this is being synchronized directly with the PlayStation to give you an accurate position. And see for yourself what is coming up behind you. This is a great example of the seamless integration between PlayStation and that this software technology can be freely downloaded from your PlayStation. I hope you can see that this will add a great dimension to this game, but it will also add a huge dimension to many other games as this feature gets adopted by our game developers. So thank you very much for that demonstration, Gareth. That's great. Thank you. So now to share a game with you that was premiered for the first time just under a year ago.
I've been everywhere. In tropical forests, in loose sand, in dangerous caves. And now I'm in real nightmare.
Thank you very much. Great demonstration. We wanted to show everything playable on tools that you see either side of the stage here to give you the maximum impact of the games that we're going to be revealing for PlayStation. But we also wanted to show you a quick video of some of the games that are perhaps a little bit further out. So let's run the video.
Что это? Ну где это? Что это? Ну вот это, и как один умрем в борьбе за это. Где это?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Don't you just love surprises? Isn't that the coolest thing? Back to Kaz.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Phil. So we have given you a glimpse into the world of PlayStation 5, a world that lives in high definition and transcends imagination. We have shown you that PlayStation 5 is the most advanced computer entertainment system in the world, designed for games as well as to manage a myriad of entertainment content and network services. We introduced a new controller that seamlessly integrates innovation of free movement with the de facto industry standard game controller from PlayStation and PlayStation 2. And before we close our presentation for today, I did want to share with you some information that may be of interest to at least some of you. Today, we're pleased to announce the global PlayStation 5 launch details. We will make PlayStation 3 available via a two-configuration plan, one with a 60GB hard drive disk and the other with a 20GB hard drive. PlayStation 3 will ship in Japan on November 11th